The general cognitive ability answer that sounds great, but fails the hiring committee member. The reason most candidates fail this specific question is that they resolve the ambiguity too fast, and the moment they do, they've signaled to the committee that they cannot hold complexity at Google's scale. The question is, tell me about a time you solved an ambiguous product problem with incomplete information. This probes general cognitive ability, which at Google means structured thinking under sustained uncertainty, not just reaching a good outcome. What the hiring committee member is actually listening for is whether you defined and scoped the problem before you move toward any solution. Here is how most candidates answer this question about solving under ambiguity. It sounds decisive, but watch what's missing.
We were seeing a drop in engagement on our core feature, and leadership wanted answers fast. We didn't have clean data, so I pulled what we had, ran a quick analysis, and identified that the issue was likely tied to a recent onboarding change. I worked with engineering to roll back that change, and engagement recovered within 2 weeks. It taught me to move quickly when the data is messy rather than waiting for perfect information.
Jumps to solution without articulating how the problem was scoped. No evidence of structured reasoning. Pattern matches to a prior assumption. Ambiguity resolved in one sentence. No sustained cognitive process shown. Here is exactly what I am writing in the debrief right now. Item 1. Candidate conflated speed with structured thinking. Ambiguity was not interrogated. Item 2. Problem definition absent. Jumped from symptom to solution with no stated framework. Item 3. No evidence of holding competing hypotheses before converging on one explanation. Item 4. Learning extracted was operational, not cognitive. Did not show updated mental model. Verdict. Does not demonstrate general cognitive ability. Same question, same type of situation. Now listen to how this candidate holds the ambiguity instead of collapsing it.
When retention dropped 7% in a core cohort, there was no clean signal. 3 teams had shipped changes the same week. Instead of chasing the most obvious suspect, I wrote down every hypothesis, ranked them by testability and user impact, and asked what data we'd need to falsify each one. That process took 2 days and surfaced a hypothesis no one had considered, a silent permission change affecting low-bandwidth users. We ran a targeted experiment, confirmed causality, and recovered the cohort within 3 weeks. The structured framing is what got us to the right problem, not the right answer first.
Explicitly held multiple hypotheses before converging. Real cognitive rigor shown. Problem definition step named and defended before any solution was pursued. Specific metric anchors the story. 7% drop, 3-week recovery. Learning is cognitive, not just operational. Candidate shows updated thinking process. Notice what changed. The candidate never rushed to resolve the uncertainty. They made the structured thinking itself the visible part of the story. Item 1. Candidate defined the problem space before pursuing any solution. Explicit and deliberate. Item 2. Held competing hypotheses simultaneously, ranked by testability and user impact. Item 3. Identified non-obvious root cause missed by peers, signal of genuine analytical depth. Item 4. Reflection focused on cognitive process, not just outcome, shows transferable thinking model. Verdict, strong signal, strong hire. Before your loop, run your story through these 3 questions. 1. Does your story show you defining the problem before touching a solution? If not, the hiring committee sees pattern matching, not structured thinking. 2. Can you name at least 2 hypotheses you held simultaneously, and why you rejected one? Without this, there is no evidence you can operate under sustained uncertainty. 3. Is your takeaway about your thinking process, not just the outcome? Operational learnings signal task completion. Cognitive learnings signal general cognitive ability. If you cannot answer yes to all 3, the committee will not see the cognitive depth Google requires at this level. How do your real stories score? Get a personalized report scored against the interview rubric Google uses for your role. Head to interview101.com and find out before your loop does.